Welcome to another edition of our class online. And basically, we are moving on in our book, and this will be the last session of the week regarding the book. We'll continue with our UDA, our learning outcome for these sessions. We're almost done with all of this, but we need to continue working. All right. So the title of this unit is A New Home. It's lesson 7B from our course book, Face to Face, second edition. And I'm your instructor, Joey Walker. Okay, moving on. In this session, we will learn the rooms of the house. So we're going to learn the rooms of the house, learn the furniture in the rooms, learn the use of much, many, some, any, and or an, and we will review countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, let's start with the rooms. The first one is the kitchen. It's where we do the cooking. Here we have some furniture specifically that we will review later on. So, first one, the kitchen. Do you like cooking? I particularly don't like cooking. Next one, we have the living room. Most people spend their days in the living room with the big TV, the comfortable sofas, even a carpet, some tables, very nice. And that will be the living room and some of the main accessories or main furniture that we find there. We'll move on with this later on. We'll keep on seeing some vocabulary. Next one, we have bathroom where we go. There's the toilet and well, among some other things, there's we take a shower, we clean ourselves, we do our basic needs. So yeah, this will be the bathroom. Another one. Next one, next room would be the bedroom. Here's where we go to rest. We keep our clothes in a chest of drawers, and you know, we have it designed on our own taste, right? So that's a nice one. And the last one that we will see, according, and if you ask me, there's some other rooms. Yes, I agree, but I'm just checking the rooms that come in the vocabulary from the book currently. So if you want to add any more, we can do so, but I have a limited time. So here we have the balcony. See? So if you're lucky enough to live in a place where there's a balcony, you can have some chairs and enjoy the view, enjoy the cool breeze, and that would be the balcony. All right, let's move on. Here we have a furniture store. Remember, the vocabulary from the book is furniture only, but since we're talking about places, where to find our vocabulary, you can go to a furniture store to find them all. And moving on, we'll see that. So the first one, you have a single bed. If you are a single child or you live by yourself, you can sleep in a single bed. And obviously, we have a double bed. This is for one person. This is for two people. Okay, person and people, singular and plural, right? So moving on, we have the refrigerator or short fridge. So refrigerator and fridge. This one is actually quite similar to mine. And we have a stove. In our book, it's named cooker because there's where they cook. The American vocabulary we use most of the time stove, not cooker, right? But we'll give you both. Next one, we have a desk, usually where we work on our computer, do our homework, things like that. We have a table where we usually eat. We have a coffee table. This is usually located at our living room, and that's where we put our coffee or drinks whenever we have visits. We have a plant, also to could be ornamental, like real or totally plastic. But either way, it's a nice touch to our living room. Okay, so these things are in the living room, and this one goes usually in the kitchen. The past ones are in the kitchen, but you'll see them and you'll have to classify them in your book. So I'll stay quiet in regards to that. Next one, we have a bath. That's the vocabulary from the book. It says a bath. We can call it a tub, or a bathtub. So it's a bath, a tub, or a bathtub. If you are lucky enough, you can have a bathtub in your house. It's actually quite relaxing, I guess. I don't have one. Here we have the other one that we use to cleanse ourselves. It's the shower. Okay, so we have the shower, both from the bathroom. Here we have a cupboard. Here's where we keep mm, our food that is non-perishable, and some let's say like dishes, glasses, things like that. So that would be our cupboard. And here we have an armchair. Why is it called an armchair? This is one sofa that is individual, and it's so for you to put your arms and the armrest. This is the armrest, so this is an armchair. All right. Moving on, we have the wash basin, a wash basin. Okay, this is where we use to wash our hands whenever we are done in the restroom. We have a sofa. Cultural note: the one person sofa, it's basically called an armchair. Two people sofas are usually called love seat in the US because it's for two people that usually are in love or they cannot be apart from each other. And three or more, they could be called a sofa or a couch. You have a sofa for three or more people could be named also a couch. Next one, we have a shelf here. Plural would be shelves. Remember, singular and plural, we're reviewing that for countable and uncountable nouns. Okay, next one. Now, the kitchen sink. And we have this ones the chair, the washing machine, and the toilet. Okay, with this, we conclude with the vocabulary. Now, let's go to the grammar section. We use much with uncountable nouns. It's mainly used in negative and interrogative clauses. So we can say affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Example interrogative: how much money have you got? Or how much money do you have? How much do you love me? How much, so remember, you use uncountable. How much patience do you have with these classes? How much, and it could be anything, how much water? How much water do you need? How much milk should I buy? Okay, so we say not much. We didn't spend much money. Uh, I don't have much money. I don't have much time. There isn't much data to download. I'm sorry, but I don't have much time. And the last one, too much water drowned the miller. Okay, so this is much. Remember, is used for uncountable nouns, and it's mainly used in affirmative. Much. Question: how much? Negative. And sorry, question: how much? And negative. Not much. In any form. Didn't spend much. Isn't much. Okay. Where we have the opposite is many. It's used with countable nouns. It is mainly used with questions, affirmative sentences, and negatives. Okay. For example, it's affirmative, negative, interrogative, but it's used with countable nouns. So since we are using it with countable nouns, we use the countable noun. Example: I don't have many friends. Here's a typo. I don't really make these ones. I take them all down from the internet. Thanks for the eslforums.com, but here's a mistake. Since we're using many, should be friends. I don't have many friends. There are too many disadvantages. Here we're using the plural. There are not, or there are too many disadvantages in this business. How many children do you have? Check. Children is irregular noun, but it's still countable. Are there many poor people? Irregular noun, countable. In France, for example. So we use many. Many people, many potatoes, many chairs, many cars, many motorcycles. Not many. Not many people can travel around the world, for example. Not many. Or, some people don't have many friends. Okay. And question: how many? How many children do you have? How many hamburgers should I buy? Or How many chairs should I bring? So we use many for countables. Remember, friends, disadvantages, tables, chairs. So countables and uncountables. Okay. Moving on, we have the use of a, an, some, and any. This is the last one. Remember, a, an is for singular. The difference is a for a consonant sound and an for a vowel sound. Example, there is a bottle on the table, and with a vowel, there is an apple on the table. We use some and any. They are basically complementary one from the other. So you cannot use them all together in all of the situations. For example, some is only affirmative. Whenever we want to say that we have an amount of a specific countable or a non-countable, we use some. For example, there is some cheese in the fridge. Check, cheese is uncountable. But I can say there are some apples in the fridge. We can use there is singular with uncountable, or we can use there are some. There is some singular cheese in the fridge, or there are some apples in the fridge. Uncountable. All right. Negative, we can say any. So when we say not any, we're saying that there is not even one. So we can say there isn't any cheese in the fridge. You can say there isn't any. We can use this one in plural the same. There are negative, aren't. You can say there aren't any. There aren't any. Sorry, there aren't any apples in the fridge. I'm going back to the apples. Is the only thing that I can think of. Maybe I'm hungry. Maybe I need an apple. And question: is there any for uncountable? We would say: is there any cheese? Is there any butter? Is there any cream? Is there any sugar? Okay. If we use this in questions, we say: are there? Remember, change is for plural. Are there any? Are there any spoons in the cupboard? Remember spoons in the cupboard? You can use it like that. Are there any spoons in the cupboard? So that's how we use it. Singular and plural. Singular with uncountable and with countable plural. So here's how we do it. We use a an for affirmative and some for plural and uncountable. We use negative on. We use any for both plural and uncountable. So you never use some in negative. You never use some in negative. You substitute some for any. And in questions, you never use it for quantity. I'm being specific for quantity. You can say, "Are there any?" If you want to talk about quantity. Are there any apples on the dish? Or is there any milk left in the fridge? Okay, there's some exceptions for this. Whenever you offer, you could use would you like some for both countable. Would you like some ice cream? Uncountable. Or would you like some peanuts? Plural. That means countable. When you want to ask for, can I get some ice cream? Can I get some help? And also, it would be whenever we want to suggest. Won't it be good if we get some medical help for this matter? So, with this, we conclude the session for uh, this week. In this case, that will be all for this. We'll just wait for our learning outcome, and I'll keep you posted and updated. So, have fun, take care, and I'll see you here next time. Bye bye.